let's just do a little practice session together to review what we went over the other day. So first we talked about our Tai Chi stance, which is shoulder width apart, and the Kwa, and making sure that your Kwa goes down and back as you sit down, and then aligning your shoulder over your hips. And if you feel a little bit of weight back, then just make your toes, imagine your toes growing so long that they touch the baseboard in front of you. That'll even everything out. So a nice Tai Chi stance, making sure that your Kwa is not pushing forward, that it is in fact on an angle down and back. Now you'll feel your quads working a little bit, but everything else should be nice and relaxed and loose. And now we'll go ahead from that basis. See, Monty feels the calming. From that basis, now we will do our commencement form. So you and I just did a couple forms together. And so it always starts at the feet. So why don't you just join me? Draw the energy up in your mind from the feet, through the thighs, up the spine, and then out the shoulders, and then allow the arms to float up. Good. Remember, we're going to move nice and slow, and then sink your shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists, and the fingers. So we're practicing coming in and out of our Tai Chi stance. So we're going to float up and then release everything down. Elbows sink down, pouring the weight into your feet. Kwa down and back. Good. Let's do a couple more. I'll give you side view. So draw the energy up. And then release and sink down, sitting back down, nice and comfortably. It's as though you're moving through a viscous substance, but you're not employing your muscles. You're sensing the thickness of this energy all around you. Beautiful. Now we'll move into open and close. I want you to stand up a little bit and then sitting down, drop your elbows, and I want you to put your awareness in the space here. And imagine that space is expanding. And it pushes your hands, your forearms, and your upper arms. And it's as though you're opening up into the room, all around you. And then release. Now this one we can do either way. We can stay in our Tai Chi stance and just imagine that we're occupying more of the space all around you. Or if you would like, you can rise up out of the stance and open. And as you close, you can sit back down. Remember not to collapse. Your spine opens up. And so once again, put your mind in this space. Expand that space. And then as you close the hands, release your muscles. Let them hang on your skeleton, but open that spine. Very nice. And then the third movement is this teaching you the rotation of the dantian. So remember that we keep our knees bent as we rotate. So we're not going to rotate so much that this knee comes back. So it's as though you're sitting on that stool from one corner to the other corner, keeping your knees bent, and keeping your Tai Chi stance consistent. The shoulders stay connected to the hip and your nose stays over the dantian. In other words, we're not going to add. Okay, so let's try it. So float your arms up and settle them down. And then rotate to your right and push. And there's a slight weight shift to the left. Turn the, because all movement initiates in the feet. And now there's a slight weight shift to your right as you push to the left. Remember to keep everything alive. It doesn't need to add any more. So remember to keep your shoulders in check, not leaning or adding anything else. And now what I'm going to do is just run you through this movement as like a little Qigong practice with just a few verbal cues. That way, once you feel confident, you can just cue to this point in the video. Monty is fully absorbing the calmness of this Qigong practice today. All right. So as we're going to do a little different this time, as you float the arms up, you're going to sit down. And then release and stand back up. And then our last movement is just simply the gathering. Good boy. Monty wants to participate, so we have our hands and connected throughout. Keep the ball in front. Float the arms up. Sink your shoulder blades down. Move the energy through your body, all the way down to the feet, as though we're just gently pushing away the heavy energy and receiving the high frequency, calming, healing energy. And let that flow into your mind for peace and tranquility, and into your heart for joy and gratitude, and throughout your whole body for healing, strength, balance, and immunity. And doggy love too. Thank you, Dennis. I hope this helped you bridge until we see each other again. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy.